Alrighty, we're back on Super Seducer, and Richard is going to teach us how to pick up a girl in a coffee shop. So, in your local coffee shop, a pretty blonde lady is sitting and reading. Can you make yourself more interesting than the book and get her number? The goal today is to get her phone number. Great. We can do this. We're not trying to get her home. We're not trying to bang her straight away. Just want the number. That's it. Oh, here he comes. It's a terrible door. He had to like squeeze past the counter there. There's not even anyone working. This place is fucking empty. What does it say over here? Sang... Burrata! I can't really read it. Ask if someone is using that chair. Then sit with her. Well, there's a million fucking spare chairs. I wouldn't do that. Is that the tip bowl? They've got loads in there. Ask her opinion of what to get a present for your female friend. Sit down as you ask, that old routine. Tell her you've read that book and that he dies in the end. Sure. Stay standing and ask what she is reading. Yeah, lurk over her. Accuse her of pretending to read while she is really hunting for men in an empty coffee shop. Most of these are pretty bad. I'd squeeze past the bar. Amazing.
Yo. What's up?
Yo.
Hi, can I help you?
Don't look surprised. Come on.
What?
I know you were just reading that book and you're like, oh, there's a guy. I hope he comes and picks me up. I'm just going to pretend I'm reading this book and he'll think I'm really smart. And here I am.
Is this
It's your lucky day.
Is this a shtick? Are you trying to be funny?
Dick, it's... Well, it's... I mean, it's a happy
Confused by
moment
that
for you,
word.
'cause I've
Oh
come
my
and talked
God.
to you.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No, not at all. I mean, there you are. Blonde hair. Short dress. Nice, by the way.
Okay, first of all, I don't need to explain my choices to you. Eurotrash. So, why don't you just go?
Well, that's one option, and I do like feisty girls. So
I didn't tell him to
maybe-
say any of
Well, I
this.
have a
You've got a little
boyfriend.
bit of
He's
spirit.
gone rogue
You've
again.
got a boyfriend.
I've got a boyfriend.
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 He's like your gay best friend that you go shopping with.
No, he's like my boyfriend who wouldn't like you.
Abort,
As long
Richard!
as you like me.
I don't like
and you.
you.
do like me.
I don't. Really, you're very offensive. And even if I didn't have a boyfriend, this would never happen. Because you're truly a disgusting human being.
Well, you know, that's one opinion.
Leave!
but I know
It's my
not true.
opinion, and it's
Oh
the
my
only
God.
opinion that matters in regards to how this progresses.
You're going to change your mind, trust me.
I'm
We're just
not.
going to spend a bit more time together.
You don't know more about my mind than I do. I can assure you.
Well, look, your boyfriend's not here.
Oh
and
my
you're gonna like
God,
me. Trust me,
stop!
Everyone likes me.
Stop!
You. I already know. I know.
Why does this just keep
I won't.
going?
Really, I'm just trying to read. And you're.
Trying to read.
I'm.
Come on. Not this
Oh
again.
my God. Okay. No, seriously. It's not funny. You're offensive, and I think you would have better luck with someone else.
I've lots of good luck with
I'm
everyone.
sure you do.
Yeah.
You have
It doesn't
any
stop!
chance that would be with me.
Listen, it's not about my chance. but
Fucking
your chance,
hell.
and today's your lucky day. So put the book down.
What's your name?
Let's get to know each other. Richard.
Richard, let me tell you something. On my lucky day, on
Yeah,
my worst day,
today.
I can do better than you. So I'm
Unlikely,
not interested.
unlikely.
I think that an unemployed homeless man.
Why isn't this
would be an
ended?
okay choice between the two of you.
Well, I am unemployed.
I'm not surprised.
I have a home.
Well, aren't you special?
Okay, now put the book down. Let's, you know,
Really, you should go. My boyfriend will not like you.
boyfriend. What? He's coming. He's coming here.
Yeah, he'll be here. We're going on a date, actually.
Is he a little midget that I can just pick up and?
Well, he's
I
like a
didn't ask him to say any of
American
this!
Football, or men are men.
They're bigger than the English football guys,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Look, I guess I'll go, but look, I'm going to leave you my business card.
I don't
No.
want it.
I know that now you don't want it, blah, 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 but anyway, I'll leave it now, and you won't call me now,
No.
but one night when you're at home, feeling a little bit randy,
Randy.
touching yourself,
Oh my
and your
What is this,
boyfriend is
1960?
down,
You need to
boyfriend's
just
out
go.
of town.
Just
Yeah, I'll go now. And
yeah,
call
you
me.
need to go.
Call me when he's out of town and you're feeling, a little bit freaky.
Oh my God.
And I'll come round and
You just go.
yeah, I'm going.
Just
So
go.
call me.
No.
See ya.
Wow, that never ended.
Now that was funny, of course.
It
and
wasn't.
again,
It went on too
definitely,
long.
and you should carry on choosing funny choices. However, in real life, bear in mind the overall concept that when you approach a woman, you
a
should
little
be
bit out
trying
of
to
focus.
brighten up her day, make her feel good, give her some, interesting feelings. And by being very aggressive, obviously you're doing the opposite, and it's really bad karma.
Bad karma. What are we, a fucking Buddhist now? Jesus. Well, if you're gonna do it cheeky, I wish you would give me this option more. Like, tell me in what type of manner he's gonna say things. But that is kind of
Excuse
funny.
me.
There's loads of
Are you
chairs.
using this chair?
No.
Oh, great. I'll just join you then.
Okay.
How's it going?
That's all right. How are you?
Good. My name's Richard.
Richard Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Brenna.
Nice to meet you. Can I help you?
Well, that all depends.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I just saw you reading and I thought I'd come and say hello because I have a few minutes before my friends come. So.
Oh, okay.
This is the right
Yay!
option. It will work if you pull it off with, a bit of a smirk, playfulness. So if it suits your character, this will work as a way to start a conversation in the coffee shop.
Great. All right. We're already sitting down, so I don't know why we've got this still. Find out about her. Use books as a way to show off. Yes, because we always need to show off. Say that her hair is kind of nice and transition to inviting her back to your house. Ask whether she comes here often. That always works. That always works. It might be funny, but it might go on forever again, so I don't really want to pick that one. Find out about her.
And you normally read philosophy?
No. I mean, I think, well, in every book there's a little philosophy. I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I was just in Prague recently.
He's from Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Nice.
Oh,
interesting.
there's someone working now.
I didn't know actually.
Yeah. Well, if you go, they'll talk about Kafka. So
Nice. And what else do you like to read? Do you like
I generally read
fiction, non-fiction?
fiction and like 20th century American lit,
Okay. Who's that? Mark Twain or something?
like Salinger, or maybe I just recently read a novella called A Day No Pigs Would Die.
Bet he knows about it.
No pigs would die.
I bet he knows
It's
about
like
it.
when everyone's vegetarian or Muslim.
Well, I won't spoil it, but you're on the right track.
Oh yeah, nice one.
Yeah. What do you
Cool.
read?
I read a lot of.
Oh,
different
here we
stuff.
go.
So I like business, biography, psychology, philosophy too, and I like old English classics and Russian classics.
Russian classics, such as
Tolstoy, Dostoevsky,
You
all,
like
all the
Tolstoy?
usual stuff. Yeah, I think he's a great writer. And obviously in translation maybe it's different, but
yeah. But
it's still very cool.
what about Bulgakov?
Yeah, Master Margarita and
Like
stuff. Yeah,
Bulgakov?
yeah, cool.
Yeah. I like Russian lit.
Nice one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. We have something in common already.
Yeah, I guess so. We do.
Great.
Correct. It's important to always focus the conversation on the girl as much as possible because then it's just going to be more interesting for her.
Wonderful.
So, how are you able to be free in the middle of the morning on a Thursday?
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or from anywhere. But it's like internet stuff, and with America,
They're not even hiding that they've got microphones on them.
until they wake up and whatever. So
Right.
I'm kind of free, and
Yeah.
then can be working at home, lying in bed.
Mhm.
lying on
I'm
the
gonna
bed.
be honest, it's ruining the
Lying
illusion a
on the
little bit.
working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work?
Well,
now?
I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day, and I work in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guess that she teaches sex ed. Of course. Find out whether she loves her job or is doing it just for the money. Say you didn't go to university and that it's a waste of time. Well, that's obviously not going to be the answer. Again, pretty bad options, but it's
Do you
probably
teach
the
at
right one.
university? That's Interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do, or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important, and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true, because I still remember my teachers from primary school and in secondary school. I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later, maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just
that's
change
true.
the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher?
I don't agree with
I
that.
think so. I hope so.
That's great coming from a
I try.
No, I
a
like it,
teacher.
to be honest, because
What you learn
it's
is
never
irrelevant.
They just do their job for money, and then they come and moan about it and they hate it. So it's good to meet someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is
A teacher that says learning is irrelevant.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone, so well done for picking this. It's
I
the
think
right
she's a
option,
fucking idiot.
and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into a job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about.
Great.
And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
Huh, what does
Of course she
that
does.
entail?
So kind of quite a few different themes. For example, we kind of started with an overview of American values, which was really interesting.
Freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense. And
Like
Learn
Back
to
the
pick
Future.
up girls by having super
Maybe.
boring conversations.
I don't see how. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans think that they control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Jesus. Ask what exactly that is. Suggest it's about inventing donuts and burgers. Yes, because we know all Americans, all they're interested in is donuts and burgers. Fucking great. Make her feel good about her job. Challenge her to explain why this is important. Well, also, we're going to challenge her because it's obviously something that she's very passionate about, and we want her to show us what she's passionate about, getting her to talk and feel comfortable and all that. You know, predatory stuff, we know.
American culture, isn't that kind of a contradiction in terms? Like, what are you teaching? Like, here we invented the hamburger in 19...
I told you not to do the hamburger
Well, there
thing.
isn't a question of whether or not we have culture. We certainly do. You can look back through history, and yes, maybe ours isn't as long, but
Yeah,
to
not
say
very
that,
long.
yeah, but to say
Not very
that
long.
American culture doesn't exist is to argue that Western culture has really had no
'Cause,
influence,
you know.
even in Eastern Europe, let's say.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff, but
Some stuff.
wouldn't it be better that they learn something else? Because, like, if you're going to teach about America, teach business.
I think this is the wrong
what's-
option.
What's culture? Like, what? Tell me. Like, what
Well,
is
for
the
example,
artists, the authors? Like,
It doesn't even matter who the artists and authors are. What's important is that we have our own perspective on the world, and that in order to interact successfully with us, so if you're a business person, if you want to interact successfully with an American business person, you need to understand what their daily life looks like and kind of how they perceive the environment.
okay, cool. So it's like when you're learning about business in China and you have to, you know, give your business card with two hands.
Quite
and-
They
literally.
do that in China. I thought that was a Japan thing.
Got it. Okay, so it's not really teaching about history.
I thought you did the business card in two
Okay,
hands
nice one. Well,
in
that's very
Japan. I didn't know they
useful
did it in
because
China as well.
American culture,
Someone might have
modern
to
culture is what leads
fact check that
the
for me.
world, right? We
Yeah.
all kind of follow.
Oh, it
If
was
you
the right
can
one.
Challenge someone, get them
Well,
to
yeah,
prove
that's what I said.
themselves to you, and then approve of them, validate them. It has a powerful psychological effect. So it's the right option. Well done.
Thank you.
I really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing that's very frustrating
Oh,
for me.
checking
I've
out the
got
other
this
girl.
problem where I can't print all the copies that I need, but I want my
Nice.
students to all have their own copy to take home. But then I have to go to the printer like every day.
He's not
and it's
listening.
kind of expensive.
He's not listening.
So what do you think I should do?
He didn't listen! He didn't listen! He was too busy checking out that other girl's arse. Say it must be annoying and tell her to ask for a bigger printing allowance. Be general and vague because you didn't listen. That's true. Tell her that if she has a colleague she doesn't like, she can ignore them. It's a lie. Be honest and say you were distracted by the girl. Well, I did say honesty is refreshing, but you don't want to do that. Thankfully, Richard, I was listening. She is complaining about not having enough copies, and she wants all of her students to have a copy to take home.
Well, that's bad. So I guess you don't have enough like papers for the students and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
part of it.
I guess you can ask for more allowance or get them to share, but yeah, it's annoying.
It's annoying.
Well done, you weren't distracted.
I was
by the
distracted,
sexy
but I
chick
was
that
still
walked
left.
by,
Listen.
And that's something that, you can use out there. Well done for paying attention and getting the right response.
It's something you can use.
You
Don't
got
get
your
distracted
teaching
by
thing,
arses.
What else is important in your life? What else do you love to do?
I really love dogs.
Another N?
I love to travel.
Travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you travel a lot?
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple of years, especially.
Nice. And where are some places you've been?
He's just so
I've
dry.
been in Prague, Russia,
Czech Republic.
Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia.
Nice. All of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
former USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never travelled anywhere say, where's the best
Grimsby.
place that I should see? Where is it?
I would actually say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's
Quite a big hole.
amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
Tell about your experiences in Grand Canyon. Is that just the nickname for the local bike? Yeah. Well, has he been to the Grand Canyon? Is he going to lie? It doesn't say in, brackets. Lie. Say that it's boring there and they don't even have Wi-Fi. Ha 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 ha! Tell her your favourite trip was to Thailand and the details of the sexual experience you had there. Yeah, we're going to click on that one because that'll be funny. Say that you've never been but would like to go. So one of these is a lie. Get her to elaborate on what she particularly liked. Well, she says words can't do it justice, so that will be wrong. Right, let's listen.
So, do you travel?
Yeah, I do. I travel. I used to travel a lot more than I do now. When I was younger, and been to a lot of countries, Europe, Asia,
Oh yeah,
the
Asia.
Americas. Yeah,
Where
very
were you
much.
in Asia?
Asia. I was in Japan, China, Hong Kong, like most of Asia.
Most of Asia.
Singapore, but probably
Not
my
a very
favourite
big
place
place.
was Thailand.
So, tell me what you liked about
Beautiful
Thailand.
country.
Well, let's just say
He's going to talk about lady boys, isn't he?
who likes women. Sometimes 2, 3 women at a time. It's just like heaven. God, the things I got up to in that week. Just
What do you mean?
well, all your fantasies can come true. You go to the place. There's all these chicks.
Not to mince
You,
words. Are
$50.
You're describing prostitution.
Yeah, but it's legal
Oh.
there, so it's okay.
Oh,
That's okay.
wow. That's a very
Yeah,
shocking
and it's
admission.
cheap. The best thing is,
It's
and
cheap.
pretty, very pretty, and happy prostitute.
Happy prostitute.
Wow, that's really
Not a phrase I thought I would be hearing today.
wrong.
And I made them happier, I think.
I doubt that.
Was that a focus there?
Because the other guys there, there are loads of these horrible, fat,
This is really-
sleazy guys, and I'm, very polite and friendly.
Polite.
I'm not sure this is a. We should talk about this.
No, of course. I mean, you asked what I liked about Thailand, and I'm just
Yeah.
an honest
She did
guy,
ask.
that's how
I
it is.
understand
So
honesty,
next,
but
That's
and
on
if you
her.
ask me anything, you can, but you got to be ready for the response. So if you ask me what I like
suppose.
doing in Thailand, what I like doing in bed, what I like doing in, other places, a lot of places, I'll be honest. But that's cool. Don't need to talk about it. But it was all legal, and they were very happy.
I guess I
so-
just don't see how it being legal makes it any less disgusting.
It was quite dirty, but I wouldn't say disgusting. But anyway, we don't need to talk about it anymore. That's cool.
Okay, so there you have it. Don't go to Thailand. Don't sleep with
No.
prostitutes. Don't tell people about the prostitutes that you didn't sleep with when you didn't go to Thailand, and you'll be okay.
No! Don't go to Thailand. Thailand's a beautiful country. Just refrain from talking about the prostitutes and the lady boys and all that. Don't tell people not to go to Thailand. What's wrong with Thailand? It's beautiful. Right, tell her about your experiences in the Grand Canyon, right? I'm going to assume that this isn't a lie. Maybe it's bad of me to assume.
few years ago.
Yeah.
Drove in the car from LA.
Where is this?
and
Like
I think
Utah?
they have a limited number of people they let in, which is quite good. You know, it's not like full of hotels and.
It's a
Burger
national
Kings and
park,
stuff,
mate.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
well,
quite
there's-
protected.
There's quite a few. Yeah, it's a national park.
Fucking
so
told you.
it's very protected.
And we went before.
You would know that if you
before
actually
the
went.
sunrise, stayed there all day, watched the sunset, stayed overnight, and then went back. So it was very very beautiful. I'd like to go back.
Yeah.
This is
Oh.
okay because it's kind of connected to the subject, but it's not the best answer because you're talking about yourself and your own experiences, and it would be more.
I'm connecting
interesting
with
to
her.
There'd be better connection if you kept it focused on.
I am
her.
connecting with her. She asked.
Oh, should I
She
say that?
said-
No. Oh,
What's going on?
I've run out of things to say.
What do you mean you've run out of things to say? Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, back on that not being the best answer. She said that the best place she's ever been is the Grand Canyon. It's beautiful. And I'm connecting with her because I've been to the Grand... This is how people speak, Richard. What? Hold eye contact and wait for her to speak. Break eye contact to look around the venue while you think of what to say. That's really awkward. Excuse me. Say you hate awkward silences. We're acknowledging the awkward silence then, so let's not do that. Let's just hold eye contact. Be really fucking weird about it.
So are you not gonna get any coffee?
Well, actually, I was over by the bar just before I saw you and had a coffee there.
No, you didn't.
I try not to drink too many. I get.
You just
it
walked
has
in.
a strong effect on me, so I don't need that much energy. I've had enough, so I'm good.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, most guys can't do this, you know, so it's very cool, makes you look very confident and strong when you can hold eye contact like this and get her to be the one that works to fill the silence and come up with something to say, because it shouldn't always be you, right?
Tell me
I
some
guess.
things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball. So that's something
Okay.
I try
We
to
play
do whenever I
squash.
can.
Nice. I played it at school. They had
Yeah.
it in my school, but since then I didn't. But they play. I go to Barcelona a lot, and they play on the beach. Do you play beach
Barcelona.
volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
In a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
Don't talk about the skimpy outfits they
Can
wear
do
in
that
beach
where you
volleyball.
jump and smash
sure.
it down. Cool.
Yeah.
It's sound
It's
effects.
harder on the beach because the nets are higher. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
yeah, probably the thing I do the most is study Russian.
What a coincidence! What a coincidence! Because fucking Richard over here, he lives in Russia! Tell her it's stupid and that Putin is evil and Russians are just vodka drinking idiots. Probably not the best answer to go with there. The Putin being evil bit, you know, that's up for debate. Well, I'll just leave that one there. Tell her you failed miserably with languages at school. Well, I know that you can speak Russian, so won't be that. Compliment her on choosing a tough language to learn. Very patronising. Show off by telling her about all the languages you speak. So is he just going to make it up? Or is he going to... Can he actually speak loads of languages? I know he can speak English, of course. And I know he can speak Russian, because he lives in Russia. He's married to a Russian woman. These are just things that I learned about Richard when I'm not playing the game. Well, if he can speak loads of languages, then that would be interesting.
Русский? Я тоже говорю.
Точно?
по-русски. Да. Очень хорошо, конечно.
Connecting.
Откуда ты знаешь?
Просто. I speak many languages as well, not only Russian.
Okay.
我会说一点中文, Chinese,
Oh, wow.
请说了吗? 你好漂亮.
Very talented.
Yeah.
It's difficult to speak loads of
What else do I
languages.
speak? Japanese.
What else do I
私は
speak?
日本語がわかりますか? Japanese, 素晴らしい. What else?
Portuguese?
Arabic.
Oh.
Salam alaikum, habibi.
Doesn't even tell you in the subtitles. It just said speaking foreign language.
German. Yeah,
Oh, I speak German.
Got quite good German. Been a while.
I speak German.
Schnell, los.
Schnell.
Papers like this.
Show me your papers!
Hablo español.
You can't speak German!
Hablas girl.
Schnell, show me your papers!
Y italiano. Che cazzo.
Show me your fucking papers. Get out of here.
Aren't those just cuss words?
No. No, but I speak those as well. But
Cool.
basically, I
Speak cuss words
most
as well.
Languages. There's just
Most
you know,
languages!
tribe in the Amazon, and they don't meet the outside world. Or they
Imagine that as a sentence. I
speak
speak most languages.
Otherwise, pretty much every language I can speak. So
Wow.
Every language now.
if you like
He speaks
languages,
every language.
You're the hot ticket.
I'm the man,
Okay.
and many other things, but languages.
That was terrible.
Okay, cool. That's nice, but again, it's always better to keep the conversation focused on.
I
her.
wanted to
It's
hear
an
you speak in
interesting
loads of
subject, right?
languages.
There's a lot to say about it. She's got a lot of feelings, a lot of things that she could tell you about it. Why not use that as an opportunity to connect rather than talking about yourself now? You could wait until she actually asks you, which she logically might if you give her the
Didn't
chance.
she ask?
I noticed you have an accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London, but actually, you know
London.
what? When I was young, I lived in South London.
Born in
And they have a
London,
strong accent there. It's like
but
South,
I lived in
South
South London,
and
you
things
know.
like this, but,
Fucking
because I've travelled a lot
worlds
over the years,
apart.
I've lost most of my accent, but do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
That's good.
That's a weird one, isn't it? Like, sound British. Because, you know, like, Britain is made up of 4 different countries, each with very distinguishable accents. And even in each of those countries, very, very many different dialects and accents exist. For me, myself, grew up in a place called Paisley, right next to Glasgow. I might not have a very thick Glaswegian accent. I mean, I'll be honest, I struggle to understand what the Glaswegians are saying either. But my voice has changed over time because I've moved. And you start to pick up little bits from the local accent of the place. But my accent's different because in my job, I talk to people for a living. And most of those people are coming from countries where English is not their first language, or it might be their first language. So I do speak to a lot of Americans, for example. Americans tend, I say Americans, this is fucking generalization. People that are not Scottish tend to struggle to understand the Scottish accent, right? I'm very aware of this. It is a very rough accent to get your head around, especially if it is not where you're from. So people that do speak English but aren't Scottish might struggle to understand us, and people that are certainly from other countries, like I do speak, as I say, I speak a bit of German, so I do speak to a lot of Germans, but most of the time their English is better than my German. So in my mind, I'm gonna have to try and speak slower and more concise. If I can't speak to them in their language, but they know my language, I've at least got to try and make it so that I'm understandable to them, you know. I don't even know how I got down this fucking rabbit hole of talking about accents and languages and all that, and I've just insulted every American in the world because I basically just said that Americans can't understand me, which isn't true. It's not true. If anyone that's watching is American, tell me how you get on with my accent. Alright? I feel like I'm probably one of the most understandable Scottish people in the world. Or in Scotland. I might not be, you know. Anyway, you like my British accent, don't you? Quite flirty, that might work. Talk about how foreigners perceive English people and ask how people react to her as an American. It's actually quite interesting. Surprising from Richard. Tell her girls go crazy about your British accent and you get laid everywhere. Tell you, I've technically got a British accent. It don't work. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go with this one.
Do you like the English accent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you not to ask if she likes it.
Kind of sexy, but maybe that's just when I speak.
Sexy.
But it's quite interesting actually being English, because in some places like America we have a very good reputation, and then some places like Spain where all the English people go and kind of party and like the hooligans go drinking and stuff, so their reputation's
Drinking and
quite
stuff.
bad. But
Oh,
how
I
do you
didn't know
find
that.
it being an American and traveling?
It depends on where you're at, but I guess generally people have kind of negative stereotypes about the United States and
I'd say
Americans.
that's true, yeah.
But I don't know. It seems that a lot of
Not
people
that
are willing to
the
take you
stereotypes are true.
and judge you individually and not.
Generally, Americans
right?
have
Oh,
this
yeah.
negative
We're lucky. We
reputation
don't have any
in other
real,
countries.
racism or anything really bad against us almost anywhere we go, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is the right
Yes.
choice, and it's always interesting to.
I'm gonna get
talk
myself
about
into
cultural
trouble with half the
differences
shit I
so
say.
it can lead to some nice conversation.
Nice conversation. Say you like her and want to see her again. Ask for her number. Wait, what was the goal? I think it was just to get her number, right? Say that you think she is incredibly beautiful and you want to take her on a date. Maybe. Ask what she likes to do in her free time. Well, the job is to get the phone number, but is she going to give it to us? We'll go with that.
What
We're
do you
going to
like
try
do
to
in, I don't know, for fun,
indulge
in
a
the
little bit
evening,
more.
Because you study Russian and whatever, but do you drink, dance, anything else?
Well, she kind of needs
All
to
of the
drink to
above.
survive, but
Yeah,
you know.
at the same time.
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes, cocktail bars, different bars. And do you smoke shisha?
Just bars.
Hookah.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
I quite like it. They say it's
Yeah.
really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore,
Therefore, it's good for you.
Healthy?
yeah. So we need to do it sometime, like shisha.
But she doesn't really like it.
hookah, cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
When you want
Yes.
to transition to seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things.
See,
that
I knew
they
it was
do,
too
the way
early.
they
Look how
spend their
much of the
time,
progress
because
bar's
you might
left.
find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities, or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest a date from there and take the number.
Great.
And do you have any other outdoor, like active stuff you like doing?
Active stuff.
Yeah.
Not volleyball, but anything else?
Yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really enjoy a lot of nature activities. I like hiking and I love fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing, yeah.
A girl who likes
Fishing.
fishing.
It happens. Yeah,
Wow.
we exist.
Don't be sexist, Richard.
Interesting. I've never done fishing, but I love the outside.
Never
as well,
done
you know,
fishing.
Walking in parks or hiking if you've got somewhere. like-
Climbing,
How about bicycle?
I like that too.
squash.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we could do one day. Like take some bicycles, ride out somewhere.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Cool.
There we go. She'll get the number. She wants it, mate. Ask her plans for the coming week. Yeah, that might work. Ask her what kind of men she likes. Well, you're obviously going to want her to say something like you. Touch her face. Why? Are you blind? Why would you touch her face? Run the cube routine. Oh no, it's fucking strawberry fields all over again. And it says in brackets this time, a psychology test. I wouldn't have guessed that. Well, other than touch her face, all of these seem quite reasonable. Well, not what men she likes. Ask her plans for the coming week. The cube routine. I don't know what the cube routine is. This is the problem. He likes his psychology tests, this Richard. I think it's ask her plans for the coming week to try and work out what days that she is free and then try and plan something for that day. But I want to see what the cube routine
Are
is.
you interested in psychology?
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Have you ever done this psychology test called the Cube? Alright, it's really interesting. Do you want to do it just right now? It takes like 1 minute and it will tell you all about your personality.
Sure.
Okay, so close your eyes
I've closed them.
and I want you to imagine that you're in some place, there's like a landscape, anything you like.
Grand Canyon.
And in that landscape, there's a cube somewhere. And describe to me what the cube looks like.
Looks like
Silver.
Yeah.
It's floating.
it's got 6 sides,
It's small, like the size
pointed
of a
edges.
Okay, cool. And then somewhere in relation to the cube is the ladder. Can you
Okay.
describe the ladder.
It's tall. It's got
die.
rungs.
Okay, it's green.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's one of these ladders, not one of these ladders.
I need a ladder.
How big is it?
Don't say that.
Like 3 times the size of a person.
Pretty big ladder.
Okay, pretty big. And then somewhere in this scene there's a horse.
Okay.
And can you tell me like what it's doing and what it
Neighing.
looks like and stuff?
It's grazing. It's a paint,
Okay.
and
It said in brackets a breed of horse.
it looks very healthy.
Is it close to the cube or not?
It's probably 30 feet from the cube.
Okay. And somewhere there
said
are
this would take a
some
minute, Richard.
flowers. Tell me about the flowers.
The flowers are by the horse. The horse is eating the flowers.
Ah, that's interesting. And the final thing, somewhere there's a storm. Where is it?
In the distance, near the mountains.
Very good. All right, open your eyes. So this tells you. This tells me.
Don't
about
relate it to
your
sex
character.
again.
So the cube represents your view of yourself, and if
Six-sided.
it's very big, it means you've got a huge ego. But it's quite small, so it means you're quite humble. But then it's silver, so you think you have that self-confidence that you've got something special and a little bit shiny.
Don't know where you're
and that's good.
pulling that
And
shit
then
from.
The ladder represents your ambitions. So the fact that it's quite big and bigger than the cube and not like under it or whatever else means that you have quite big ambitions. So the horse represents your man. So it's quite good that he's healthy and looks good and that he's nearby, right? He's not far away, which would mean he's not on the horizon or anything. And then the flowers represent your children that you're going to have in the future. So it's good that
He's
the
eating
man
them,
is
though.
near them, that he's not like an absentee dad or something, right? But a bit strange that he's eating them. So I don't know what to think about that. The final point is positive as well. It means that you have a sunny disposition because your problems are represented by the storm and it's in the distance. Some people have the storm overhead and it just means that they've always got problems or that at that moment they're in a dark period in their life. So does it sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's very cool.
Probably not the right answer.
It's
Yeah.
quite interesting.
It's another
a
routine you have to learn.
psychological game. There's a book on it, and a lot of pickup artists have used it. It's quite an interesting psychological test. Again, like the reason it's not the best choice is it's better if you can do without it. But if you'd like some, little tricks, some tools that you can carry around with you and use when necessary, this is okay. And
I
you can
just
use
wanted to
It
see what
doesn't
it
restrict
was.
Anything, but I'd say it's not the best option.
I don't really want to pick it. I picked it because I wanted to see what it was. Suggest meeting for a drink and take her number. Suggest going hiking together sometime and taking her number. No, I wouldn't. That's a weird first date, that, isn't it? Going hiking. Quite murdery. Say you have a spare few minutes, invite her to make love in the restroom.
Well, listen, I think things are just going swimmingly between us.
Swimmingly.
I've just noticed something. There's a restroom over there, right? And wait a second while I tell you my plan.
How long is this
You
going to
seem
go
like
on
an
for?
adventurous girl. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you like, doing different things. So what we're going to do, you're going to go to that restroom, and I'm just going to bang your brains out.
Oh my God, no, just
Well, just quickly, 3-4 minutes. I know you're busy.
I don't even know what to say. This is so
Well,
shockingly
I know you're
offensive.
happy. I know you're happy.
No,
You can say thank you. It's going to be great. Let's go now.
Let's go
you're a
now.
pervert,
Yes.
and I want you to leave my
I've heard
table.
that before.
No, I'm sure you
I've heard that
really,
before.
you need to leave.
I'm going to leave
This
the
is
table.
no, yeah.
I tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to love it. I'm going to leave the table. I'll go and wait.
I've got a
for you.
feeling a lot of
Get
this might be
ready, go to
improvised.
sleep,
You
and
go
then
do that.
You come and join me in like 30 seconds so that people don't see us going together. All right? So you're going to come in 30 seconds, all right? Yeah? You'll be there?
Thinks a lot of
No,
himself,
I
this
won't be
Richard,
there.
doesn't he?
Just go.
Just going to
Go
come in
the bathroom.
30 seconds.
I don't need to go to the bathroom. I don't need to
I'm not going with you.
use the bathroom in that.
Listen, really, this is totally inappropriate, extremely offensive, and I have been very clear.
I get it. You're a shy girl, but trust me, this is going to be
Out of
like
focus.
the best 5 minutes of your
No,
entire
seriously.
It's 3 or 4 minutes.
life. Wonderful.
Just leave. Get lost. No more. I don't want.
Yeah, and it just
another
keeps
one.
on going on and on.
Stop. Seriously, you're
But just-
creeping me out.
Just give me.
No, I don't.
Wait until you see what I've
I
got
am
here.
serious. You're extremely creepy.
That's
I
true.
want you to leave.
Extremely creepy.
Extremely creepy.
Look, I've had it with you. I'm not gonna. It's like,
Okay,
oh,
just- I
please
don't-
take
I
$1
don't
million.
wanna hear it.
No, I don't
I
want
don't
it.
wanna
No, I don't want it. Here, have these Lamborghini keys. Drive it. No, I
Go.
don't want it. Okay,
Go.
fine. I'm
Keys.
going.
True gentleman.
You gave me the option. Alright, suggest meeting for a drink. Oh, she's having a drink just now. Take her number and say you'll be in touch. The drink.
Still, listen. We should meet one day. Go for drinks. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Done
so
it.
There's my phone. Just put your number.
Fucking
I'll
jackpot.
be in touch.
Listen to the music in this coffee shop.
Not the
What?
best best way to go for a date because it's very general and you've had a lot of conversation.
I got her
You have
number!
opportunity to
I
find
did
out
the fucking
things
goal,
that
bro!
You could do together that would be more interesting. So to go to the old traditional date.
I'm not
is
gonna
the
take her
best option, but
hiking!
Not that bad, so it's still okay.
That's really murdery! Say goodbye, be warm, and say how nice it was to meet her. Give her a long, lingering handshake. Bit awkward. Quite coldly say goodbye and that you'll be in touch. A goodbye hug, then go in for the kiss. Probably not.
Well, look, I should be heading off, but it was great meeting you. Really cool. Really happy to meet you, and yeah, see you. Bye.
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 Oops, you know, you got right to the ends, but this is a little bit too much.
What?
Being warm at this point, totally unnecessary, and if anything, makes you look like a little bit of a wussy and might make
wussy.
her change her mind about seeing you again.
Fuck off. Fucking average Joe.
This is the right option.
No,
it will
shut
work.
up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid music. That was fucking bullshit. I did your goal, Richard. I got her number, Richard. That's what it said, right? Fucking stupid progress bar. Yeah, go. Phone number. I got her phone number. Success for me. Calling me an average Joe. Fucking Cobra.